This is just gonna be a real quick and simple video. Supposed to be on bed rest right now for a surgery that I recently had, but anywho, uh, as you can see, about 2 hours ago, they came out with the story that the RTA bus driver had been fired over the uppercut that he had gave to Shadea, I think that's her name, Shadea Lane. He had been fired. As of today, I saw so many people rally around this guy, and he had so much support for him, as for people saying that he reacted in self-defense. Now, for me, that's neither here nor there. Am I a supporter of Shadea? No, she acted a fool as well as the bus driver, in my opinion. Growing up in the city of Detroit, I lived in Detroit, Michigan for most of my life. From the 9th grade to 12th grade, my main transportation was the DOT system, Detroit Department of Transportation. Yeah, DDOT or some shit like that. Anywho, I rode the bus for those 4 years of high school, and I witnessed so much mayhem on the bus. But I must say, in those 4 years, I had never saw a bus driver hit a person, nor had I ever saw a passenger hit a bus driver. Now, I saw passengers, get a little unruly with the bus driver, but every time I saw anything like that, the bus drivers followed protocol. So I don't understand why anybody would be surprised or, have any type of surprise reaction due to this, because he did not follow protocol. Being that once I got out of high school, I didn't really know what it was I wanted to do. So I had thought about just becoming a bus driver, because I wanted to work for the city, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. But I knew I wanted a job working for the city, so I thought about being a bus driver, and I started to read different documents and find out how certain situations are handled on the bus. So protocol for any type of situation like that was not the way that he handled it. And I know some people will disagree with me. Hell, probably everybody will disagree with me as far as this goes. The first thing that would have eliminated anything that happened on that bus was when that girl first began to get unruly with him. He didn't have to say a word to her. He could have stepped off the bus and called the police, because that's what he was supposed to do. Anytime when you're on your job and you have a situation like that where you're working for the city and you have other people's lives in your hands, as far as the passengers, he wasn't supposed to do any of that. He was supposed to get off the bus, wait for the police to escort her off the bus. None of this was ever even supposed to take place. So even before it got to the point of him, quote unquote, physically defending himself, it wasn't even supposed to get to that point. He was supposed to call the authorities to escort this lady off of the bus. He wasn't even supposed to throw her off the bus. So I don't understand why people were, we support him because he acted in self-defense. No, there would have not been an act of self-defense if he would have followed protocol. So I pretty much knew that this was going to happen, but I know that there's going to be some more outcries of, how this man was treated poorly, and I know there's going to be some black men that are going to come out and say, well, this happened because he's a black man and the world is against black men and they're all about black females and yada, 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 yada. No. Case closed. If he would have done what he was supposed to do, which was in his employee manual, none of this would have happened. Ultimately, for all we know, the Shadea girl probably would have been in jail. He would have still had his job and everything would have been okay. And from me thinking the way that I think, I'd be damned if any bitch would get on my bus. And what I mean by my bus, if that's the bus that I'm driving for that day, you're going to get on my bus and I'm going to jeopardize 25 years of my work experience being a bus driver on 5 to 10 minutes of giving you one of the best punches that anyone has seen and throwing you off of a bus. I'm not going to damage my life by hitting you and throwing you off a bus. Ultimately, who got fucked over the most in this whole story? Who lost the most? He did. Not Shadea. He did. Simple. People, I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're black, I don't care what gender you are. Think before you do something. Think. That's all he had to do, was just take a second and think. Just to sit there and think, am I really going to let this bitch jeopardize what I've been doing for the past 25 years? But he got what I knew he was going to get. So, whatever.